record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus, is it Niall?
Nile,
Nile.
just
Okay.
like the river.
Very good.
Nile.
Niall Halleck, file number 23-01019 FD, counsel appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
May it please this honor report, Michael Nichols, on behalf of Niall Halleck. Mr. Halleck is available by Zoom, and co-counsel Elias Mawad is on Zoom as well.
Correct, Your Honor. Elias Muwad, a co-counsel with Mike Nichols regarding Mr. Halleck. Nice to see you, Judge.
Thank you. Nice to see you as well. Today is the date and the time set for a probable cause conference. I apologize too, because I think I call you Mr. Nickel and it's Mr. Nichols, but I see
Thank you.
Mr. Nickel did handle his arraignment.
Thank you.
Nonetheless, today was the date and time set for probable cause conference. How are we proceeding?
Well, Your Honor, we're prepared for the prelim. I asked Mr. Ring if he would be ready, and I think we'll have to just sort that out and just keep talking about it. Prelim is scheduled for next week at 8:30. Housekeeping matter, Mr. Halleck did get fingerprinted, and he went to get set up with adhering for testing. Apparently they had some break-in or attempted break-in, so he's gonna have to go back later this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
Sounds good. Mr. Ring?
We're ready to continue to the PE, Judge.
Okay. You don't believe you'll be ready, or you're not sure?
There's 200 files to look at on evidence.com. I will do my best to be prepared by Thursday, Judge.
Sounds good. Okay, so this matter will continue to preliminary examination on April 27th at 8:30 in the morning in person at the court. Mr. Halleck, do you have any questions for the court today?
Ma'am.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record today, counsel?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
I have a question, Your Honor. I understand the nature of the case, so I'm asking for guidance. I may need to get coverage for a sentencing at 8:30 unless there will be other things going first next Thursday. Any
Yeah, the way
thoughts?
they do it is probably 10 to 20 things set at 8:30,
Right,
and so,
that's pretty usual.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'll just try to touch base with Mr. Ring on how the day shapes out, if I should get coverage.
yeah, if you have something going on at 8:30, we can maneuver and just do it when you get it.
Okay, all right, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem.
Have a great day.
Same to you.
Hi, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, Mr. Samuel. Carter is continue to exam, correct? Okay, is Mr. Goodrich here? Okay. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus William Carter, file number 23-01126, counsel appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
And Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Carter.
Okay, and Mr. Carter is present via Zoom. Today's the date and the time that was set for probable cause conference. Are we continuing to exam next week?
We will be continuing to examine next week, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additional matters we need to address on the record?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Carter, unless you have questions for the court. You're muted, sir.
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see you next week in person for your exam.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jasmine K. Perkins, file number 23-00393, counsel appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Matthew Samuels on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Perkins, who is present and standing to my right.
Today was the date and the time that was set for sentencing, but it looks like I have a new page. Were you given a copy of that information?
I was, and I've discussed it with my provider.
So this new PA 53 violation alleges that on or about April 8th, 1927 hours, that Ms. Perkins violated the no contact order by having contact with the victim in this matter, Michael Hill. There is a police report attached. Ms. Perkins, you have the right to have a contested hearing on the allegation that you violated your bond conditions. What did I do with the last bond violation?
GPS.
Yeah, but my notice that she pled not guilty. Did you have? a hearing on that?
I believe we worked it out, so it was dismissed on plea,
Okay,
and as part of the continued bond conditions, Ms. Perkins had to get a GPS test. So she was taken into custody and get that put on.
Which I do have one.
And you have an attorney. Judge, I do have the complaining victim here in the courtroom today, Judge.
okay. Sounds good. I'm just trying to backtrack because this is the particular case that I arraigned Ms. Perkins on a Saturday. That would have been on February 4th. February 5th, there was a violation. So that was when she was arraigned on the violation. She pled not guilty and we set it for a violation hearing. I set the bond then. I increased the bond to 2,500 cash surety because it was a PR before them. And there was an allegation that she told the officers that she would violate again if she was released. So I increased it then. Then it looks like on the 6th, there was another violation. I'm sorry, the 21st, there was another violation received. So this would be the third violation. You're clear on your rights as it relates to a contested hearing and representation by counsel. And you understand, ma'am, that violation of bond conditions is considered a contempt of court order. And if you're found guilty, you can be sentenced to 93 days in jail and or up to $7,500 in fines.
Yes.
Okay. How's your client want to plead?
Sure.
You raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes.
Okay. You're willing to waive your right to have a contested hearing today in order to enter a guilty plea to the violation?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive your hearing and have enter a plea?
No.
Anybody make promises to you to get you to waive your hearing to enter a plea?
No.
And you're pleading to the violation because you believe you committed a violation?
Yes.
Okay, as to the violation from April 8th, alleging that you violated the terms of your bond by making contact or direct contact with Michael Hill, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
As far as that, not guilty.
Okay, we can have hearing.
Your Honor, can I just have 1 minute with my client?
Keep your timer off the record.
Your Honor, can we approach her? Real quick?
Okay, Mr. Goodrich is here with Ms. Armstead. You on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Leasia Renee Armstead, file number 21-02870. Council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
And Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Ms. Armstead.
Okay, Ms. Armstead. Ooh. Case is lingering for some time in warrant status, looks like. Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a probable cause conference. Matter is scheduled for preliminary examination on April 27th, in person at the court at 8:30 in the morning. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, it came to my office's attention yesterday that our office has a conflict in this case because there's 5-6 co-defendants in this matter. My office represented one of them. As a result, my office is looking for a conflict counsel on this case, and I was wondering if the court would consider finding good cause to make next week perhaps a PCC and schedule the preliminary exam for the following week to give a new attorney enough time.
I see a note here from October 21st, 2021, that the public defender office needed to locate conflict counsel. And at the time, the court found the cost to waive the 21-day timeline. However, October 28th, she was denied court-appointed counsel. And then she never came back to court. So she waived her own 21-day timeline. She was arraigned on this matter back on October 14th, 2021. So if you need an adjournment, that's no problem.
Yes, we will request an adjournment at that time, with that being the case then.
How long does that typically take your office? A couple of weeks?
We should have the person within a day or two. And then they would need, over a week to be ready. So if we had a preliminary exam in 2 or 3 weeks, I think would be sufficient. And whatever works for the court schedule beyond that.
I had a PA 53 set back in October 2021. I don't even see what that was for because it's not in this file. But no one's put anything in the file. May 11th at 9:30. Ms. Armstead, do you have any questions for the court?
No, it'll be in person or over Zoom.
That's in person.
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
Just briefly, this is Miss Housefield's case, and I was just standing in for a day. I have let Miss Housefield know on the due date.
Sounds good.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, Ms. Armstead.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Zarterio Coulter. Not see Zarterio. Do you have an attorney? No. Carmen Grubsky. Grubsky. No? Where's Mr. Palmer? That's his client. Does he know where his client is? Where's Mr. Mills?
Mr. Brooks was
So
on
he
the
was
holiday.
bouncing back and forth.
He has his client Jessica Speck here,
Yes.
sentencing.
We're ready to proceed now.
Jordan Pierce. Mr. Austin, is that yours?
Sorry, Your Honor, which one?
Jordan Pierce?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jordan Denzel Pierce. File number is 23-01170. Counsel appearance.
Brennan Ring on behalf of the people.
And thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Pierce, who appears with us today via Zoom.
Okay. Mr. Pierce, today's the date and the time that was set for a probable cause conference. Your matter is scheduled for preliminary examination in person at the court on April 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Are we continuing to exam next week?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Mr. Pierce, do you have any questions today? You're muted.
I apologize. No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Pierce, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You all matched today. Great, huh? Have a good one.
If there's anybody in the court that I've mentioned, Mr. Austin.
There you go. You're all set, Mr. Pierce.
Thank
And
you.
then do we go? Have a good one. Angelo Garza, we've been in contact with Angelo Garza?
I have not had any contact with Mr. Garza, Your Honor. Multiple attempts that have all been unsuccessful.
Oh, what's your benchmark? We're back on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jasmine Perkins. And Mr. Samuels, you've had opportunity to further counsel your client as it relates to the K 53 violation. Does she want to plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
Guilty.
Okay. And I already placed you under oath, so you're still under oath to tell the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do on April 8th to make you guilty of violating the bond condition?
I thought it was his dad's number, but then when Michael texted me stating the rule, there's
Just talk about it. Your Honor, can I inquire of my client?
Yes, sir.
On April 8th, did you send a text message to Michael's dad, thinking it was Michael's dad?
yes,
And was that your intent to make a communication to Michael in some way regarding your stuff?
yes,
And you understand that that's a violation?
yes,
And even though you intended to text Michael's dad, you ended up texting Michael?
yes,
And regardless of what your intent was, you do understand that you're not allowed to have third-party contact regardless and have any sort of communication?
yes.
That should be sufficient for a factual basis, right?
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea you may plead voluntarily and intelligently. And then as to sentencing on the underlying domestic violence. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation. Did you get a copy of that? Mr.
I
Sam?
did, and I've reviewed that with my client as well, Your Honor.
We need to make corrections, updates, or deletions?
No.
Does your victim want to make a statement?
He would like to make a statement, Judge. Thank you.
I'm okay right here, Your Honor.
Yeah, as long as you keep that volume, you are.
All right, that'll work. So, I have some concerns with this situation. Jasmine has done nothing but contact me, my dad, friends, posing as different people and herself. And it's getting a little tiresome. It's been nonstop for the most part, all throughout this since we've been here last time. I was here last time as well. And then also, the idea of putting her on probation, I don't think is sufficient enough because she's gonna end up violating anyway, being there's another charge in the process of being pressed against her for fraud because she stole money from my dad. So that's what I had to say.
Thank you. Do you anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can make allocution.
Sure, Your Honor. First off, regarding the violation, there is a major issue with her things being in the apartment. It was an apartment that both her and Mr. Hill shared. I'm not sure if arrangements were made. I'd like to put on the record and make some sort of arrangements so that Ms. Perkins can get her things. There's important medical equipment that she needs. I've advised her to contact police and see if she can get an escort. I don't know if that's going to violate further, but regardless, I think the best way that is to resolve some of these lingering issues is to allow Ms. Perkins to at least retrieve things before officially moving out of the place, because she's still on the lease that I believe is ending shortly. I've had multiple discussions with Ms. Perkins regarding this. I do think the recommendations are appropriate. I think 100% these services are necessary. There's obviously a lot of issues going on here from a mental and psychological standpoint that definitely needs to be addressed. She's currently working on those situations. She's working on seeking therapy. I believe you said it was a domestic violence class and an anger management class and a women's battered class that she's looking into. I think once we get these issues resolved regarding things, that we can move forward and have no longer contact violations. I really think that this therapy and those kind of things are very necessary in this situation. I agree 100% with the recommendation as to follow it at this time, Your Honor.
Courts have an opportunity to review a pre-sentence report as well as your prior criminal history. The pre-sentence report evaluation indicates here, Ms. Perkins, that you scored moderately high risk. It said that you were appropriate or deemed appropriate for increased probation services and that you scored high in the needs of almost every domain in several areas of your life, which appeared to be unmanageable. Stated that you admitted at the time to the offense. But you said that was in response to the victim pulling a knife on you. But you pled guilty. You had the right to proceed to a trial. You had the right to insert any lawful defenses if you had done that. But you pled guilty and you said it was not in self-defense. That's what you stated on the record in order to enter a guilty plea. You recognize that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like that at the time of your evaluation or your investigation for your pre-sentence report, you were coming down off of some substances. So it appears you may need some treatment as it relates to that. And obviously, being someone who's been before my court before on another matter, non-violent matter, I think you were ordered at least then to participate in some mental health counseling. Have you been doing that?
Yes,
So, because you're gonna be ordered to continue to do that. The recommendation from probation was 15 months of probation. And so in addition to sentencing on that, I also have to sentence you on the violation. And this is a violation. This is the third time we've had a violation. We've had situations where you return before the court within less than 24 hours of me telling you your bond conditions. I told you multiple times you can't have contact directly or indirectly with Mr. Hill. But for whatever reason, that does not appear to resonate with you. What is the hang up on that, ma'am?
I wasn't thinking when I did text the number.
Well, it wasn't, to be different if it was an isolated incident of contact. There's been multiple violations, ma'am. Is it because you need to get some things out of the property? Is that what the issue is?
Yeah, and my landlord and my caseworker told Michael not to get rid of any of my stuff. Well, him and his dad ended up throwing a bunch of my stuff out, including medical supplies and pills. And if my man was in here, he could tell you the same thing.
Okay, so you need an opportunity to go and retrieve all of your items from there, and then that could put an end to that chapter of your life, correct?
Yes. As far as anything that's left, I know there's the dishes that my mom gave me, the pots and pans my mom gave me, and I want to get anything that my mom gave me out of that apartment. So if you could let me do that, that would end everything.
How long is it gonna take you to retrieve your personal items from the property?
Maybe a half hour,
Okay,
if that,
okay.
because
Because all the parties here, I'm gonna order that the attorneys work together to create a time where she can go and retrieve and pack up her personal items.
we could do it today.
Well,
After
I'm not gonna
court.
make it, I'm not gonna create the time because I don't know what people's schedules are. But you have two attorneys here.
Right.
So they can talk and work out a time arrangement so that the victim is not in the property. You can go over there, get your items, and then be removed from the property within a time frame. And you have on a GPS tether.
Yes.
I'm gonna need to know what that time is because they're gonna call me because you're gonna be in violation of the tether. So I need to
Right.
amend the order, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we need to get you over there to get your things so we can close that chapter. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I get one violation of a contact order while on probation, you'll be sitting the rest of the time in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
There will be no tolerance. There will be no leniency. Do you understand that? There will be no excuse as to why you violated. I don't want to hear I misunderstood or I thought I was texting somebody else. Do you understand that?
Yes.
This is the third time. Okay?
Okay.
Sentence of the court is gonna be 15 months probation. While on probation, you have the following conditions. You're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with Mr. Michael Hill. You understand what that means?
Yes.
You understand? Yes.
I'd request that you explain that one more time.
Okay. So you're not to have contact directly. You can't reach out to him. You can't talk to him. You can't text him directly. You can't text anybody else a message to be delivered to him. You can't slide into his DMs. You can't send a smoke signal. You can't use Morse code. You understand?
Yes.
You can't charter a blimp for a message for him. No contact of any kind. Do you got it?
Yes.
Okay.
There is one thing. My brother who lives underneath where mine and his apartment is, he's got my emotional support cat. I cannot have that cat at my man's place. So I'm wondering if there's any way, maybe once a week, you could allow me to go over there and see my cat.
It sounds like is there an eviction going on?
Yes,
Okay, well, if he's gonna be evicted and he doesn't live there, that gets rid of the restriction of you being in that area. But as long as he lives there, you can't be within,
it was 1,500 feet.
yeah,
I know that.
yeah, you can't be within 1,500 feet if he's still living there.
Okay,
Once he's no longer living there, that have at it. You can go over there all you want.
yeah, we had 1
So
week.
long as you're not trespassing anybody's property.
Right. We had 1 week to pay the rent and no one paid the rent, so we're getting evicted.
Well, I don't have any control over the eviction. I don't even know who's
Right.
worked that's for, but we're not here for that purpose. But we're right now making sure you understand the no contact order and all the possible ways in which you can violate that. You can't have contact directly or indirectly. You can't have first, second, or third party contact. You can't have your imaginary friend talk to him. Nobody can talk to him on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes,
Do you have any questions about it?
no, but there is one thing. I am taking anger management classes and I have the proof right here,
Okay,
so. Because I
we're not
talked,
talking about anger management right now. What are we talking about?
I know,
What are we talking about?
the whole violation.
The no contact order
Right.
that you violated 3 times. That you told the police that if I release you, you do it again. That's what we're talking about.
I know. But at least I'm trying to get help with everything.
Yeah, you need to get help. You also need to listen when I'm talking.
Mhm.
That'll help you. If he's at Meyer, you go to Kroger.
Okay,
If he's at McDonald's, you go to Burger King. You understand?
yes.
Get it?
Mhm.
Okay. Also, while while on probation, you are going to be required to participate in mental health, anger management, and outpatient substance abuse as ordered by the court. You need to provide verification of that to your probation officer. Do you understand that?
Yes,
You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or any other controlled substance without a valid prescription. You're
Yep.
required to submit to random preliminary breath test and or your analysis testing. You have to pay the fee for that, okay?
okay,
You're not to use, purchase, or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. Not to be at any bars or nightclubs. Do you have any questions?
because I told him that my name has to go up and he's my wife.
Do you have any questions?
Not that I can think of.
It's a $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for each month that you're on probation. $75 crime victim rights plus $50 state minimum cost. I'm gonna waive discretionary fines and costs. That's a total of $575. You'll be able to make monthly payments on that, okay?
Okay,
It's about $38 a month that you'll be paying. But probation will be in contact with you to go over this order. Do you understand that?
yes,
Again, you are allowed to return to the property once with the arrangements made between the prosecutor and your attorney as to the time frame, so that you can ensure that your client or your victim is not at the property, so she can get her items. I know she asked for 30 minutes, but she probably needs more than that. And then we'll make sure you contact your attorney once you leave the property, so we can make sure we don't have any issues with your GPS tether, okay?
right.
Because if we have any issues with your GPS tether, what do you think is gonna happen?
End up back here.
And what do you
Or
think is
in
gonna happen
jail.
if you get back in? Yeah, that's exactly where you're gonna end up. You're not gonna be hanging out here. It's gonna be at Ingham County, okay?
Okay,
So it's not worth it. Just
Right.
get your things and then close that chapter, okay?
okay.
Do you have any questions?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
1 second, Your Honor.
That'll-
Yes, Judge, we do have a time worked out where Ms. Perkins can retrieve her items, and that would be from anywhere from 10 to noon tomorrow.
And I would like to request a police escort of some sort.
10 a.m. to noon.
Yes, Judge.
Yep, we're gonna amend the bond so that she can go with a peace officer.
Is Ms. Perkins supposed to contact somebody to arrange that escort?
Yes,
Who would I contact for that?
law enforcement.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Your Honor, do I have to notify the court when that's done?
Yes, I need to be notified once it's done. I am noting here that she's allowed to be at the property between 10 a.m. and noon tomorrow with a peace officer to remove her items from the property.
Okay.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record today?
Nothing else on behalf of people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Ms. Perkins.
Thank you.
That's what I was.
Mr. Melks is hiding in the corner.
Yes, Your Honor,
Do you have Ms. Speck with you?
I do.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good one. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jessica Speck. File number is 22-03486. Council appearance.
Sorry, Your Honor, thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Milks on behalf of Ms. Beck, who is present and standing to my right at this time.
How are you, Ms. Speck?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Oh, just a moment. Are you looking for me?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
ma'am. Thank you.
Today was the date and the time that was set for sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation. Did you get a copy of that?
Yes, Your Honor, we did get a copy of that, and we also had a chance to review that. After reviewing with my client, Your Honor, there are no corrections, deletions, or additions to be made.
No.
There's no restitution on this. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor, there's not.
Make allocation.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Your Honor, we would ask that you adopt the recommendation with some additional requests regarding probation, Your Honor. One, that we would ask if the court would consider lifting any sort of travel restriction while on probation, obviously letting probation officer know if she's going to be leaving the state, but for her work, sometimes she travels outside of the state. Obviously always coming back home, coming back here, as many of the requirements would have her either be a Zoom meeting with her probation officer, possibly meeting with counseling through telehealth or something akin to that, Your Honor. I believe that it shouldn't interfere with her ongoing treatment. probation and the requirements if the court adopts the recommendations here. I'm also asking if we consider lifting the no contact order. Now, the victim in this matter, her son, that no contact order has already been lifted. I believe there's still a restriction regarding the home where her ex-husband lives, and 50% of the time, the son lives as well. The only issue coming up is that there is an ongoing divorce, and there are some requirements regarding property there. I believe that there are certain conditions the court can put in which could alleviate any concerns the court may have, such as no violent, threatening, or abusive behavior. Otherwise, Your Honor, we would ask the court to adopt a recommendation. And I would like to let the court know where Ms. Beck and her ex were coming from. And this is an excerpt from a hearing before Judge Garcia, where Judge Garcia said, the adults are acting like children, and the children got to rely on you all, and you all are failing them miserably because we're throwing things at people. Kids are getting hit, CPS is involved. You got a lot of work to do, but it has nothing to do with my case here or the case before me today. And then he went forward and terminated a personal protection order. I think Justice Garcia hit on the big thing, is that there is clear animosity between Ms. Beck and her ex. It is a contentious, might be a mild way of putting what the divorce is and how much it is just putting venom into their relationship and it's hurting the children. It's a little bit disturbing, but what I can say about Ms. Beck is where she is now, which is something even more important, the headway she has made. She has reunited with her son at this point, and they are seeing each other. She has 50-50 parenting time and is making significant headway. There is still a lot of help that her son needs, not necessarily from this situation, but from what's going on with her ex and that relationship there. And again, some of the poison that can happen in a divorce setting like this. She is seeing a therapist. As I said, she's got 50-50 parenting time. She's also got ongoing parenting classes, which she's doing very well in, as well as getting individual counseling from a counselor ranging on a wide variety of different topics that she needs to address at this time. Their son needs better parents, and that is absolutely clear. And even though the father's not availing himself, I think, of all the opportunities for parenting time that the court has been giving him, that's not important because we're here for Ms. Beck, and the fact that she is making significant headway and she can show this court that she is worthy of that 769-4A status if the court grants it. And I think that this is exactly what the statute is built for. Someone like Ms. Beck who can show the court that she is worthy of this grace. So I believe that she's going to be putting her own feelings above any anger or hurt that is the fallout from her marriage, and making sure that she's putting her son first and moving forward from here, and really developing those bonds with family that she can do well with. So I'm very proud of her and where she's come from. And if there's anything further, I would leave it for Your Honor, and thank you for the time.
Ms. Beck, did you want to make your own statement?
Yes. I understand that it wasn't a great situation and that my son was hurt in the incident. I took full responsibility for that, as well as making sure that my son gets the proper outlet for counseling, even at school, outside of school, if he's willing to take it. I'm just trying to do anything I can to keep the relationship with me and my son going forward.
I had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report and the recommendation, which was to grant probation under 769.4A. The defendant doesn't have any prior criminal history. I understand the gravity of the circumstances that you're navigating. I think that based on what your attorney has indicated to the court, you're on the right track. You were ordered to comply with the CPS order. It sounds like you've been compliant. You said her job requires her to travel?
Yes, Your Honor. Sometimes she has to travel out of state. I don't know the entire details of that. That's what she's conveyed to me at this point.
Where do you work?
I work for Chillery, which I will, it's for Chicha's Stash.
It's what?
Called Chicha's Stash.
Okay.
Well, it's in the cannabis community. So I work there full time, which I will be expected to travel this summer to Oklahoma However, with the travel restriction, I so far am turning down that part of the job because of that restriction being there.
You're not required to turn down any portions of your employment. You just need to make a request for travel
Yes.
when that's necessary. I used to know that here, it looks like you were working someplace else when you were arraigned. And then I think maybe someplace else even at the time of this report, I'm not sure. But you just need to provide, you're gonna be ordered to provide proof of your employment to probation anyways, as part of probation, standard probation condition. So travel as it relates to your employment is completely fine.
Your Honor, I apologize. My client also has family that is out of state. I forgot to mention this. She informed me of this. She does have family out of state. She obviously would need to plan for anything, so I believe if she could be allowed to travel out of state, letting probation know where she is, that would be something the court would be okay.
She just needs to notify our probation officer. Probation reports via Zoom anyways. They're not reporting in person.
Okay.
So I'm gonna adopt the recommendation, place you on a term of probation with status under 769.4A. While on probation, and that's gonna be 12 months probation. While on probation, there's a $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for, okay?
Yes.
Now, you're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior while you're on probation. You're gonna remove the no contact order. Time. Contact obviously should be peaceful. I think that was the order of the. Okay, it looks like at the time of arraignment, there was supervised contact. I believe that's with the minor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And then in asterisk, it states may continue supervised contact with child as ordered by circuit court. But now there's 50-50. So contact is just gonna be as ordered by the family court. That's how we like it to be handled. We want the family court to deal with that and not us, okay? So I'm lifting that and I'll note that you're just to follow the family court order. Also, while on probation, you're not to possess firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance without a valid prescription. I don't know what your job entails.
I do have a valid medical marijuana card.
You would need to show them, the probation department, that, and you just give them a copy and they'll put it in the file. So long as you have a valid card, you're fine. Let's see, you're gonna be required to submit to random preliminary breath test and or your analysis testing. And you're responsible for the cost of that, okay? You're not to be in any bars or nightclubs while on probation. You need to otherwise remain compliant with CPS. Okay, you're required to maintain your employment and provide evidence of that to the probation department. Do you have any questions about probation at this time? That's the fines and costs. This is $75 crime victim rights fee, plus a $50 state minimum cost. Probation for 12 months at $30 per month is $360. I'll waive discretionary fines and costs at this time. That's $485, but you'll make monthly payments on that, okay?
Okay.
I need you to review the advice and rights as it relates to probation, and it will advise you as to your rights about requesting early discharge from probation, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. We've acknowledged receipt of having that document.
Okay, well, she needs
She has
to
to sign
read
it.
it and then give it back. And I'll date it. I'll date it. You don't need to sign it.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
Okay, so you know when you'd be eligible to request early discharge? Oh, and they at halfway through, but you can't have any violations within the 90 days preceding that request, okay?
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're all set. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Okay. What's next? Did we see Mr. Palmer? No?
No, Your Honor. Actually, is this for the,
Korupski?
I am standing in, Your Honor.
Korupski's didn't appear.
Makes it easy to stand in today, Your Honor.
Exactly. Search warrants will be issued. Looks like this is not the first.
I believe she was recently released.
Okay.
Jail, I believe.
What is this? Failed to appear for sentencing on the 24th of February. When was she released?
From what Mr. Palmer told me, I believe it was yesterday or even just this week. He said he tried to reach out to her.
Says remand for sentencing was the last note on there, and she was arraigned on the warrant.
Oops.
Who released her?
I'm just the messenger, I guess. I don't. I
She's
think
not
it
in
was
custody?
jail. I would guess it'd be the jail in this matter, Your Honor.
What's with the jail to release?
You said it was gonna be easy to stay.
It's not that easy.
It's not. Yeah, I know Mr. Palmer tried to reach out to her or set up a meeting with her over Polycom, and that's when he found out she was no longer there.
I don't know who's about this. Maybe it's the part-time administrator. I don't remember what it says remand. Huh? It is, because it says Kelly. Oh, National Kelly, I thought it was Faulkner. It says she remanded her for sentencing on the 27th of March.
That's what got no
Lincoln
notes.
County released her? Don't. see. We'll find out why they released her.
Very good,
Maybe
sure.
they misunderstood what remand means.
And I
It
know that
happens.
I got no bond in our notes, so I don't.
It happens.
I mean,
I think.
It does.
Mr. Kane was picked up the day after we just had a motion
Mr. Kane.
and told you the victim was in Ohio, and he's already posted bond. It was $5,000.
Well, What about our jury trial on Monday?
There's one set in Ward that's a 2020 case,
None of my business.
and they have there's four co-defendants on it, so I was just giving a heads up that we might not get the jury until super, super late.
It's none of my business. We calling a jury on Monday.
I was just letting you know
Yeah,
that we might not
yeah.
get them until super, they might get it, they'll get it first, and then we might not get it.
Maybe.
I'm not allowed up here.
But
till
move
8
those cases.
I'm not allowed.
No,
up
I
here
talked
till-
to the chief judge and I asked the chief judge to talk to security and tell them that they need to let attorneys upstairs. I don't know why they are not letting you all upstairs before 8 o'clock. Of
Yeah.
course, starts 8.
I've had to chill out at the front security desk waiting.
This is for small claims. Okay.
All right, see you
That's
guys
all we
tomorrow.
have for criminal.
That's all for criminal today.
Okay, well, let's put on our civil hats. Which matter were you here for?
Forgot to sign the transfer request for Schiffer.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, that's.
Sounds fun.
You pull up the YouTube.
Megan Church,
Yes. I don't know if you were talking to me.
yes, I'm talking to you, ma'am. My understanding is that your matter was resolved already through mediation.
Yes, but when I called it hadn't been dismissed, so I,
It should have been removed from the docket if it was resolved by mediation. Let's see here. I do have a mediation status report here. It says it was settled, so you're all set.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I need anything further at all?
Nope, you're all set, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Whitney Kostelswick. Let's see here, small claims, and then he didn't appear.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Matthew Zemsky failed to appear.
Okay.
Let's see, what was this, an appeal of small claims? The plaintiff is appealing. He failed to appear, so the matter is dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And I'm just good now?
Yep, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And then, of course, the Runciman and Paul didn't appear. And this is the final time I'm resetting this. I'm done with that. Parties failed to appear, dismiss. Well, they had a default judgment. Is that what happened?
Yeah, then he appeared and he said it.
They can continue their default because they appeared before. He didn't appear none of the times. You can notify them and submit their